afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Indianapolis Colts. Here's Jakeem Grant from his end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. Now the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Zeke with a shake and bake. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Opening quarter, his opening carry of the game, and I think they'll give it to him a few more times, as they should.
You're exactly right about that. With that type of a run, you want to repeat it many times until they show signs of stopping it. I think he did his visualization exercising before this one, and they're paying off.
Looking deep in the direction of Cooper. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A first down throw for Prescott. Over the middle, complete. That's Elliott. He takes it to the 15. A nice display of power. And it gives him a nice pickup. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And it'll be a second down. Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. A little juke. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. It's a nice pickup of 12 yards, and it gives him a first and goal. Dak's going to keep it. Pollard. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Tony Pollard, his first touchdown on the year. And the Cowboys have taken the early lead. A try here for the extra point. And this is up and good to make it 7-0 Cowboys. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Yardage and be backed up to the 24. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, it's nothing but room to run.
on 2nd and 11 now. Jones. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the football in their win last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Now Jones. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Micah Parsons able to record his 5th sack of the season. To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. Back deep, Jakeem Grant. 40 yards on the punt, 2 on the return, and the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They come off a victory over the weekend, but now the quick turnaround here for this Thursday night game. How does that affect how teams like this approach these short turnarounds?
Well, wins and losses always factor into, how you're getting ready for the next game. But equally as important when you have the short turnaround, what is your injury situation? Are you losing key guys? And if so, how well have the backups prepared for this? Because you don't have much time to get them ready. They have to be ready before this week in order to play well in this game.
To throw on 2nd and 6, Prescott. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Well, Charles, this Thanksgiving tradition, so great. I mean, going back essentially through the full century of the NFL, I know you probably have a lot of fond memories of Thanksgiving Day football yourself.
I certainly do, and I don't have the Turkey Bowl tradition. The families that go out and play and then come in and sit down to their feast and watch football. But I remember reading remember the Lions jumping on the Packers on Thanksgiving Day. The only loss the Packers had in 1962, and they sacked Bart Starr over 10 times in that game. And I remember Dave Williams from the Bears returning the overtime kickoff for a touchdown to win a game on Thanksgiving Day. I remember so many different things happening. But how much fun is it each and every year to know that you've got football on Thanksgiving Day?
So on 4th down, here's Johnny Townsend to punt it. He only punted twice in the win last week as he gets this one away. Two-yard punt, 6 on the return. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they, almost to a man, told us how excited they are to be playing in this traditional Thanksgiving game. But we have to remember, this is a team that lost on Sunday. Now they get a very quick turnaround to play again. How difficult is that to do?
It's difficult under any normal circumstance when you're coming off of a loss and you have a quick turnaround. The first thing is to put the loss behind you and move forward. But when you plan on Thanksgiving Day, everyone's watching you. It's an added bonus, though, because now you put the loss behind you. Get that taste out of your mouth, because the taste you want is victory, turkey, and pumpkin pie.
Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And this is going to be a Colts 1st down as the tackle made at the 35-yard line. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Throwing Jones. And incomplete on the deep ball.
He did a fine job there of not hitting him before the ball arrived, and I've got to tell you, you can often mistime that play because of the angles of approach. When you're going to get him, sometimes you panic as well and think, I've got to be there right now. Instead, in this case, timed it perfectly and knocked it free.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. First carry now for the former Badger, Jonathan Taylor. And some room to maneuver. Oh, nice move. And he's going to get this all the way down to the Cowboys' 29-yard line. A big play there out of the running game.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember, the last drive, they went 3 and out.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Now a throw here to his running back. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Looking to throw. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Taylor. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going?
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Back to the ground attack here. It's McCaffrey. And just a couple yards there down to the 17. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the 1st down marker, and now it's 3rd down. They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. And he picks up the 1st as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They go play action here on 1st down. They'll roll him out right. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. This is McCaffrey on the give. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. Again, McCaffrey. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with touchdown number 23 here on the year. And the Colts are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. A About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. The give is to Elliott. He'll push forward for about 4 up to the 23.
You know, thinking of this Thanksgiving Day game, Charles, for years we've heard the talk, why don't we open up these Thanksgiving Day games instead of just being Detroit and Dallas every year, give other teams a shot to host? I know you're kind of like me, a bit of a traditionalist, but what do you have to say to that, CD?
I think it's a great argument, and the league could support it quite well, where you could move games to different spots and still be very successful on Thanksgiving Day. But you're exactly right. I am a traditionalist. I really don't want Detroit and Dallas to give up those slots. I like the fact that we watch them each and every year. But what I really like is that the league added a 3rd game in 2006. And usually it's division rivals, but that's the 3rd one of the day, and it caps off a great day of football.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Prescott from the gun.
Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted.
Picked off by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
Well, that's a drive killer right there. Not a really confident throw either. This one was kind of up for grabs, and it's going to come down the hands of the wrong team.
Throwing on 1st down, Jones. And his throw is going to be incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
Second and 10.
A handoff left, McCaffrey. The ball's out, McCaffrey lost it. It's picked up by the Cowboys. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
There are 2 words. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of football afterwards. This is a tough one to overturn.
Now Jones, following the fumble recovery, he'll throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. Touchdown Colts! A great play there with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Colts have taken the lead. A nice throw there by the 2nd-year quarterback.
And I don't believe that was the kind of play you would have made as a rookie, because usually your rookie season is a continuation of your college days. A lot of one read, and if you don't have it, you just take off and go. Now he's settled in the pocket a little bit more, reading the field and getting to his 2nd and sometimes 3rd progression. That was a nice play.
So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. On the return from his end zone is Grant. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is their only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
And Charles, with that completion, I'm told that puts him now over 3,000 yards passing on the campaign.
And Brandon, I think we have to start to think about where we are in the season, because right now, 4,000 is not out of the question. I think a big game or two, he's certainly capable of getting that done.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. Again, it's Cooper as he makes the catch. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
It's funny when I go back to our pregame meeting with Amari Cooper, and we mentioned, what if they play man coverage against you? He almost seemed offended by it, didn't he?
I'll beat it. That's basically what he said, right?
I mean, the best receivers we've ever talked to and covered, when you talk about covering them with one guy, they think that's a personal affront. If they feel like if they can't just beat one defender, then they're not very good.
And he gets this inside the 35-yard line.
And they'll use him out in the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago, there's another one right there.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Prescott. And that's Elliott. Complete. A good rally to the football. Keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down.
That's now 4 completions in a row. A good bounce back following the interception last drive.
Certainly not letting it affect him, that's for sure. And we all know interceptions are going to happen. So the big trick, don't let it affect you going forward. Most of the good quarterbacks, they just tell the ball boy, get that one out of the rotation, give me a fresh ball, and let's go. He's got his offense moving.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. On 2nd down, it's Pollard. Powering his way forward. And a great move again. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
Some big plays in the passing game on this drive. And here's one out of the running game. So the passing game loosening things up. Now there's room to roam.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, Prescott rolling to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up 2nd down.
To this point, I've been impressed with the work defensively. They have not allowed a lot of receivers to run free. And there's another example, another incompletion.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Now Prescott. And this is caught for a Cowboy touchdown. Dalton Schultz with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point right down the middle. And we are tied here in the 2nd quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line, so bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision, loses him about 4 yards. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. From the shotgun to McCaffrey. And he's able to get it to the 31, and that's enough for the first. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. From the gun, Jones. Throwing left side here, and it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down, because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down. Executed it to perfection. Couple of 1st downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Off the play fake. Jones. That's caught left side by Judy. And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Well, they brought the pressure, and that meant man coverage behind him, so he's still able to complete the pass.
Even as he took the hit. And that's what you have to do, because I was just talking with a coach the other day, and he said, look, it's not always going to be pretty back there. You're going to have to give me completions. Even when you're taking some hits, sometimes you have to be your own blitz control, for lack of a better term. Got to make completions, step up and make those throws, and he did that.
Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. Back to throw. Jones. And he's going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 25-yard line.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Off play action. Jones. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. A great effort there in the final seconds of the first half. And the Colts have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. Rodrigo Blankenship on for the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. This taken in at the goal line. And he's able to get this across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down officially at the 21. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. First down run with Elliott going to go for about 4. 2nd and 6 coming up. So we've hit halftime on Turkey Day here in Dallas. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now a play fake here on first down. Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
A deep ball down that right sideline, and he made sure that he put it where either his guy was going to catch it or no one was.
Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25. A give running left, it's McCaffrey. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Looking to throw. Jones. A high throw there as this is knocked away, down to the ground and incomplete.
Certainly looked like someone was very confident in his ability to fit that one in. I would say he was overconfident because there wasn't a whole lot of separation there. Had that one covered pretty well downfield and knocked it away.
And a fair catch taken here right at about the 40-yard line. Just 34 yards on the punt there, no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And their defense did its job by forcing the punt to start things out. And now, Charles, can the offense get in gear?
I think, partner, you can sense them saying, okay, the first half was theirs, but now let's get the momentum back on our side. We forced a punt. Now let's go downfield and score. If we do that, we'll be set up well for the second half. That's a nice throw there, and he's obviously feeling pretty good because, remember, he had a touchdown pass on the last drive, and here he comes out throwing again, and they wind up getting good yardage and a first down right out of the gate.
Prescott on first down. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Julian Blackman. And the Colts are going to get the football here at their own 23.
Before we came up to the booth, last thing he said as we were walking off the field, want to play mistake-free football. Well, that just went out the window there with a pick.
And do you remember what you said to me when we were walking up to the booth after he said that? You're like, oh, fatal last words. Every time we hear that, things tend to fall apart a little bit, and that's what we saw there. Didn't get enough on that throw, and it turned into an interception.
53 yards rushing for him now to this point. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2.
Off the play fake. Jones. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield.
2nd and short, that's a rundown, so it's definitely a good time to go play action if you're feeling it. And they do so and pick up a first down.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Running left, Taylor.
They'll get only a couple down to the 44.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Second down, another run with Taylor.
And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game. And while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
And now on third down, they'll need to get it to the 36 to pick up the first. Able to avoid him at the 40. And he will get him down a couple yards shy of the first down marker. A nice tackle coming up from his free safety spot.
Now, they did get a little gain on this play, but all in all, a nice job defensively against the touch pass. They were able to string it out towards the sideline and never let him get the corner and turn it upfield for a bigger chunk of yardage.
Field goal would have been a decent length at 55 yards. They keep the kicking unit on the sideline. They're going for it. They'll run for it. McCaffrey. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Good spot on the field to go for it. Kind of no man's land, as they call it, and it worked out.
Yeah, they call it no man's land because your punter is telling you it's too short. I'm just going to punt it into the end zone. Your field goal kicker might give you a little raised eyebrow. Might be too far for the field goal, so it gives you a great chance to go for it. Personally, if you have those tendencies to be aggressive as a head coach, you kind of like this spot because it gives you the decision to go ahead and go for it when you want to anyway.
Jones now. Off the play fake. Buying time to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
They'll give it up to McCaffrey. Pretty nice aggressive run there before being brought down just inside of the 30.
63 yards rushing for him in this one as he starts to draw nearer to a 1,500-yard campaign.
This will be the 8th play of the drive here. 3rd and 4. waiting from the gun. Jones, he's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Jerry Jeudy, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Extra point by Blankenship is up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So after the touchdown, here's Blankenship kicking off. This is Jakeem Grant. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Prescott looks to throw on first. And he's got his receiver, Cooper. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. So Amari Cooper out of Northwestern High School in Miami making a nice play there.
And it's so funny that when I was going through the draft process when he came out of Alabama and was inquiring about him and his skills, they say it all began back in Miami. He really became a pro receiver at a young age because of his attention to detail and precision. But don't forget his athletic ability. That's what made that catch there.
And he did spend 1 year with Teddy Bridgewater as his quarterback there, so that helped back in high school. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He finds his target. It's Schultz. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync. He stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
We're on to the 4th here on Thanksgiving Day. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Running the jet sweep as Prescott bats it forward. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. C.D. Lamb, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Cowboys have made it a one-score game again here in the 4th. Point after, right down the middle. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive. Their lead back down to 1 score after the touchdown a moment ago. First down's a must on this drive as they start out here 1st and 10. Micah Parsons, the linebacker, in on the tackle. So 4th quarter, a nice run there to start this drive. Charles, what do you think the split will be here between run and pass?
Well, partner, I think it'll lean towards the run, but this is also not a time where you just totally do that. You still have to possess the ball, move the sticks, and keep the clock moving as well. So they'll run their offense, but yeah, when they have a chance to run it, they'll do that a little bit more.
Oh, he'll air this one deep for Judy. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Casey. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll go option to the short side. And a short gain down to about the 33. Only a yard there on the keeper, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd down.
And not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's going to have the 1st down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line.
But sometimes, Brent, there's just not a secret to how things get done. He's been running well all game long, and they continue to rely on him in this key situation.
They told us they were going to rely on him. They have. He comes through there, a big 3rd down conversion. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll try to throw now. Prescott. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. 10th carry now for Elliott. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line.
Another carry for their leader, and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. They keep on the ground with Elliott. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Prescott now.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by Xavier McKinney. And the Colts will take over here at their own 12-yard line. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
Now on 2nd and 13, Jones. This will be caught. Judy. And he'll be out of bounds near the 30. In fact, right on the 30. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll get this up to about the 40. They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first time out. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Here's 2nd and a yard. They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And this is going to be a Colts first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Colts in possession of the football as we get you reset. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. Wow, a personal foul at this stage in the 4th. Hard to believe.
Really hard to believe, and now that glow of hope that you had begins to flicker out, doesn't it?
Yep. McCaffrey following the penalty. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now a run with McCaffrey. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. Call it a gain of 5 that time, and they'll be left with a 3rd and about 4. To throw. Jones dancing to his left. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. Well, the other day they told us when we've got 3rd and 5 or less, we have to be able to convert. And I guess every team would say that, Charles, but an opportunity missed there.
What they were trying to tell us is they believe it's a matchup game at that point. And they liked some matchups that they had, thought they could exploit them, unable to do so on that play.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there. And now defensively in the 2-minute drill, the big key to me,
Make sure you understand your assignments, and anytime you get a chance to tackle someone in bounds, get them on the ground.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Prescott. He's got his man. It's Gallup. And he'll be taken down, but first he gets deep into Indianapolis territory. A big play here for Dallas.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
A real field flipper there, as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. Here's Dak. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Darius Leonard, the linebacker. And the Colts are going to take over at their own 11-yard line. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
1st and 10, Taylor now. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to close your eyes because of all the points that were being put on the scoreboard. You're a defensive guy, but it was a fun little track meet, wasn't it?
It was, and you know the people really enjoyed this game? They're the ones that like going to batting practice at the Major League Baseball parks, right? Seeing the 14-11 game, that sort of deal. That's right up their alley with what we saw in this one.
So for the Colts, they keep pace in the playoff race as they move to 8-3 on the year. And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before they take on the Philadelphia Eagles. Meanwhile, for Dallas, their luck may have run out as they fall to 4-7 now in the year. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaud. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.